Good morning. Welcome to Sunday worship at First Parish in Concord. My name is Kim Seeger. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm honored to serve on the governing board. First Parish is a member of the Unitarian Universalist Association of Congregations, and love is at the center of all we strive to do and all we aspire to be. Welcome to all joining us both in our sanctuary and on Zoom. If you are visiting or new to the congregation or need assistance during the service, please chat with your online Zoom host or see one of our ushers at the rear of the sanctuary. Today is a service for all ages. Little RE for infants and preschoolers is available this morning. Parents are welcome to bring children down to the Mildam Nursery School at this time. The parlor downstairs also serves as a wiggle room where young ones can play accompanied by their adult caregivers while the service streams on a large screen. Immediately after the service, stay for coffee hour in the parish hall where members of the welcoming and membership team will be available to answer questions and help you get connected. As your governing board rep for the morning, I will be available for questions and conversation. Please come by and say hello. First Parish is a lively congregation with many ways to get involved. Please check out the bulletin inserted in the order of service for upcoming opportunities. We are currently hosting an exhibit by photographer Scott Strong Hawk Foster in the parish hall entitled Ways of My Ancestors. All are welcome to his talk today at 11:30 upstairs in the Emerson Room. Now I'm going to put on my other hat as an ELF committee member. Along with my friends Jeannie and Kristen, we would like to invite you to our long-standing First Parish tradition, the annual Children's Holiday Craft Workshop on Saturday, December 6th from 1 to 4 here at First Parish. Bring your children to this merry afternoon of making crafts for gift giving. No need to register, just show up. It's $15 each. We hope you can join us. Visit our table at coffee hour to learn more. Welcome once again. To gather in worship is a sacred act, and your presence among us is a blessing. We are glad and grateful that you are here.
Everyone, let's try that again. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. While we are gathering this morning, why don't you look at the person next to you and say, good morning. Good morning. There we go. All right. So the song that we're about to teach you this morning is from our brand new hymnal that we'll be using online. And the song it's brand new, and it's Love is at the Center. So we're going to teach you the song, and then we'll sing it at the end. I believe in the power of giving. I believe in the power of change. I believe in the power of differences. I believe in love. Love is at the center. At the center there is love. Love is at the center. At the center there is love. I believe in the power of justice. I believe in the power of fairness.
Thank you, Anderson, and our gospel ensemble, and our guest musician, Jonathan Baxter, on drums, in case you hadn't noticed. We're so glad to have all ages together today to enjoy community and also enter into the spirit of Thanksgiving as the holiday season approaches. For those of you who I haven't had a chance to meet yet, I'm the Reverend Amy Friedman. I serve here as the Minister of Religious Education. My pronouns are she, her. We gather this morning as a community of all ages and stages of life. We gather with our limitations and our strengths, our beliefs and our doubts. We gather together with our joys and sorrows and know our lives are blessed. Let us enter into the presence of the great Thanksgiving. Come, let us worship together.
As we begin our service by lighting the chalice, a symbol of our liberal religious tradition, please join me in the unison response. We light our chalice this morning, grateful for the love that we experience in this beloved community. May the flame light our way for all who seek such abundance.
Our opening song is Joy in the Morning, and Anderson and the Gospel Ensemble will lead us.
We'll find joy in the morning. Joy in the morning. Joy in the morning. In the morning we'll find joy. We'll find hope. We'll find hope.
My name is Reverend Jenna Crawford. I use she, her pronouns, and I serve as your minister of congregational care. Sometimes in life, we don't have the right words for the things we're feeling. Sometimes certain experiences, certain emotions are beyond the reach of words. What we're feeling is too big, or too messy, or too complicated. Did you know that we don't always have to use words to pray? I think Anderson and Simon and Beth show us that singing can be a prayer for sure. For other times when words just aren't doing it for you, you can pray with your body. And this morning I'm going to teach you a simple body prayer composed of 4 different gestures. It goes like this. I'll do it once and then I'll invite you to follow along. Allow. Nourish. Give yourself a big hug. Gratitude. And giving it away. This one's a little trickier, but I think you got it. One more time. Allow. Stretch your arms high into the sky. Nourish. Give yourself a big hug. Don't knock over the chalice. Gratitude. Bring your hands up to your lips and giving it away. Swoop your arms in front of your belly and bring them out to the side. So let's tie them all together. Let's try to make it a little bit more fluid. Allow, nourish, gratitude, giving it away. Beautiful. So I started by saying that body prayers can be used when words fall short. So we'll use these words one more time to learn the postures, but then I'm going to keep cycling through these postures without the words, and I hope you'll join me. Maybe these gestures mean something different to you than these 4 words. Maybe when you find yourself in one of these postures, you feel something that words can't really describe. So I want to invite you to rise in body or spirit to do this together with me. We'll begin in just a moment, and you can start by following along with me, but then you're welcome to go at your own pace. Allow. Nourish. Gratitude. Giving it away. finish up the round that you're on. And when you're done, you can find your seat. I'm really feeling all of the allowing and grateful and generous and nourishing energy that you all brought this morning. Thank you. As a community of faith and spirit, as we pray, we also weave into this tapestry of embodied prayer our own personal joys and sorrows. This week, Chris and Lynn Randall share the tender news that Lynn has recently entered hospice care at home. Please join me in sending so much love and care to Chris and Lynn this week as Lynn makes this transition. Suzanne Knight shares that she had a full knee replacement surgery at Emerson Hospital this past Monday. She is recovering at home and welcomes cards and emails from first parishioners, but just no calls yet. And finally, a joy from Rebecca Winborn. Our fundraiser for the UU Urban Ministry last week during coffee hour raised $5,000. Yeah. UU Urban Ministry is over the moon grateful, and so are we. Thank you. Thank you. What or who else is on your heart this morning? As you feel moved, you're invited to type these names into the chat box if you are online, or share aloud from the pews if you are here in the sanctuary this morning. And let us hold a moment of loving silence for all that has been shared and for the prayers that still remain in the quiet corners of our hearts. Amen, and blessed be.
We have a story for you. It is called What is Love? And I want to invite the actors to come forward to the first pew. I see some people are gesturing, Ben, that maybe this microphone is not loud enough. So if you could adjust that, we appreciate it.
When I was younger, in the garden out front of the house where we lived, I asked my grandmother, "What is love?" My grandma was wise. I thought she would know.
I'm sorry, I can't tell you that.
Who can?
If you go out into the world, you might find the answer.
So I went. I asked a fisherman, "What is love?"
Love is a fish.
A fish?
A fish. A fish. It glimmers and splashes just out of reach. And the day that you catch it, if you know what you're doing, you give it a kiss. And then you throw it back.
But I do not like fish. They're slimy and taste bad. And they have creepy eyes.
You do not understand.
I asked the actor, "What is love?"
Love is applause.
Applause?
It's the hoots of the crowd, the sound of their hands. You stand in the footlights while they all scream your name. Sometimes they throw flowers. And at that moment, you know you exist. You are seen.
But the crowd leaves. They go home.
You do not understand.
I asked the cat, "What is love?"
Love is the night.
The night. That sounds okay. But before the cat could explain, a dog chased it away. Wait, stop. What is love? This. Okay. I asked the carpenter, "What is love?"
Love is a house.
A house?
You hammer and saw and arrange all the planks. It wobbles and creaks, and you adjust your plans. But in the end, the thing stands, and you live in it.
I'm not allowed to use hammers. Once I busted my thumb.
I don't mean a real hammer. I'm not talking about thumbs.
I busted it real bad.
You do not understand.
I asked a philosopher, "What is love?"
I'm glad you asked. Ever since Aristotle, thousands of years ago, philosophers have been discussing this very question. If you have a few hours, I'm happy to share my erudition on the subject.
I do not have time to listen to that.
Wait, I have so much more to say about your question.
You haven't answered it.
I haven't even begun to tell you about the German idealists.
You sure haven't.
Wait, you don't understand.
And so one day, I returned to the house where we lived. The lights were all on. I smelled dinner cooking. I took off my shoes and stood in the garden.
Oh, you're finally back. Did you find your answer?
Yes.
Oh.
Thank you to all the actors for bringing that story to life. I really appreciate it. You're welcome to sit back with your families if you wish. And so now, you all know the answer, right? What is love? I know that each one of us has our own unique perspectives about this, and so I'm really asking you, in your pew, you will find heart-shaped Post-it notes. And if you don't see it, the person on the end of your pew will see it. And there are little pencils also in the hymn rack. I would love for you to think about your answer to this question. what is love? Perhaps it's an answer like the fisherman who pondered about a vocation that he had and the spirituality around catching a fish. Perhaps it is something that you have experienced through your family or your friends. It's up to you whether you'd like to be philosophical in your answer about what is love, or if you'd like to name a place or a person. It's really up to you. And you have some time to think about this in the service, because we're not going to collect them until the offertory. And they're going to be posted. All of our answers will be posted in the parish hall on the bulletin board. And so you can find out what our congregation feels is the answer to this great question that will continue to be asked, I'm sure, for a time immemorial. What is love? My heart is full to overflowing. We have a song for that.
Please join in our responsive reading, A Harvest of Gratitude by Percival Chubb. The words are up on the screens for you to read, or if you prefer, the reading is also found in our gray hymnal, number 656.
This morning, we will respond to one another. This side of the congregation, the organ side, will read the regular font, and this side, the piano side, will read the italics.
Once more, the fields have ripened to harvest, and the fruitful earth has fulfilled the promise of spring.
The work of those who labor has been rewarded. They have sown and reaped, planted and gathered.
Beautiful the bounty gathered, the golden grain and clustered corn, the grapes of purple and green.
The crimson apples and yellow pears, and all the colors of orchard and garden, vineyard and field.
Season follows after season, after winter, spring, after summer, the harvest latter autumn.
From bud to blossom, from flower to fruit, from seed to bud again, the beauty of earth unfolds.
From the harvest of the soil, we are given occasion to garner harvest of the heart and mind.
A harvest of resolve to be careful stewards of all life's gifts and opportunities.
Harvest of reverence for the wondrous power and life at work in things that grow and in the soul.
A harvest of gratitude for every good which we enjoy, and of fellowship for all who are sustained by earth's beauty.
Our liberal religious tradition invites each one of us to continue to learn and grow. Whether we're 5 years old, or 15, or 55, or 75, no matter what our age, our lives are enriched by being in relationship with people who are different from us. We expand in our understanding through our connections. And for me, one of my cherished connections was when I was a child. My favorite teacher was Ms. Etheridge. And I was so lucky because I got to have her not only for kindergarten, but also for first grade. It was at Franklin School in West Newton, and Ms. Etheridge was beautiful. She had the most lovely long brown hair and big brown eyes, but more than that, when she smiled, her whole face radiated, and she smiled at me, and our whole class, of course. In her classroom, we had cages around the room with hamsters and my favorite, mice. She had this compelling love of animals. And I learned from her not to be afraid or uncomfortable with small creatures, like many of my family members still are to this day, but to connect with them as living beings whose lives are as precious as my own. I am grateful for this early lesson that allows me to open my heart with wonder and gratitude and appreciation. I want to invite each of you here today to take a moment to think about a teacher in your life. Now, it could have been a classroom teacher, or it could have been someone who taught you outside of a classic schoolroom. But I want you to bring to mind someone who opened your heart to the wonders of living. See their face. And if you like, say their name aloud. Not whispered, aloud. We are so lucky. Let us give thanks for all the people who shape our lives. Our Unitarian Universalist tradition continues to grow in understanding. I'm a lifelong Unitarian Universalist who grew up close by at First Parish in Waltham, the congregation that would later ordain me. However, growing up in the 1970s, there was no Unitarian Universalist principles yet. Those were adopted in 1984, upholding the worth and dignity of every person, a free and responsible search for truth and meaning, affirming and promoting democracy, world community, and the interdependent web of life. And of course, these principles are still very important to us. They shape who we are as a liberal religious tradition. However, as recently as June 2024, our Association of UU Congregations adopted shared values. It's not a numerical list, but it is a dynamic set of values with love at the center. We started our service there, and we will return to that song. Love at the center, with interdependence, pluralism, justice, transformation, generosity, and equity all around. This month, our kindergarten and fifth grade religious education group has been exploring the theme of nurturing gratitude. One session from our Soul Matters curriculum drew on the teachings of UU minister, the Reverend Galen Guggengrich, and I recommend his book to you. It's called The Way of Gratitude, A New Spirituality for Today. Reverend Guggengrich reminds us that gratitude is a religious virtue. He writes that gratitude connects us both with a sense of awe and a sense of obligation. The way of gratitude invites us to be mindful of the gifts that arrive from sources beyond ourselves: food, air, water, earth, nature, our homes, our families, our friends, and so much more. But it's not only important for us to be mindful of our blessings. We are transformed when we express our thanks. So not just thinking inside, but finding ways to bring forth our thanks by letting people around us know our appreciation, praying, meditating, writing, drawing, dancing, if that's your thing. Consciously bringing the spirit of thanksgiving into our minds and our hearts as we walk out in the world. When we take the time to experience and express our gratitude, we are filled with reverence for the interdependence of our lives. We are also reminded of our responsibility for the care of our world. So I invite you to pause before you eat, not just when there's a grand holiday meal before you, but daily. Giving thanks reminds us how blessed we are to have food to nourish our bodies, and the many people and beings who make that meal possible. In the words of Reverend Galen Guggenrich, the ethic of gratitude demands that we nurture the world that nurtures us in return. I'll say that again. The ethic of gratitude demands that we nurture the world that nurtures us in return. That sounds like love to me. There is no transition there, so I'm going to let you know now I'm transitioning to tell you about the offertory. One of the ways that we give thanks as a religious community is through our financial support. And remember, I also asked you earlier to write what your answer was to the question, what is love, on the little heart piece of paper. I asked Meg if she would help collect the hearts. Do I have a second volunteer who'd also be willing to collect? Elise and Juniper, maybe? That'd be great. When we collect our offertory, we are collecting your financial contributions because generosity is what makes this religious community possible. And we share half of that collection with an organization selected by our social action community. And this month, that organization, appropriately enough, is Boston Area Gleaners, whose mission is to increase access to fresh fruits and vegetables across our communities while supporting our region's farms and reducing systemic food waste. Our offering will now be given and received with great thanks. Our closing words are from John Robinson. Blessings for a good Thanksgiving go with you. Eat heartily, drink wisely. Remember all those gifts that come to you out of the wellsprings of existence. Know yourself blessed by the Most High and the Most Deep, the known and the unknown source of life. Let us join together in singing, Love is at the Center. Please rise in body or in spirit.
Love is at the center. I believe in the power of giving. I believe in the power of change. I believe in the power of business. I believe in love. Love is at the center. The center is love. Love is at the center. The center there is love. I believe in the power of justice. I believe in the power of fairness. I believe in the well of life. I believe in love. Love is the center there is love. Love is at the center. The center there is love. Love is at the center. The center there is love. Love is at the center. The center there is love.
Let us join in our benediction together. Go out into the world in peace. Have courage.